What's up guys, it's Hoagie Moto back again with another ride and review. This time it's on a 2025 CFMoto 675SS. This is a brand new model for 2025. It comes with a brand new triple cylinder 675cc engine. Puts out approximately 95 horsepower and 51.6 foot-pounds of torque. 6-speed transmission, quick shifter, and a slipper clutch. It comes with KYB suspension front and rear. The rear is compression and rebound adjustable. The front is compression, rebound, and preload adjustable. Jeju-on brakes front and rear, which is owned by Brembo. It has a capacity of 4 gallons in the fuel tank, and approximate dry weight on this thing is 429 pounds. It also does have ABS, anti-lock brakes, and it does have an adjustable traction control modes. There are 2 modes and you can turn it off. It has LED lights all the way around. These stock wheels are wrapped in CST tires. When I was reading the owner's manual, in some countries this bike actually has a ride camera on it. I didn't see any option for here in the United States, and there was nothing on the dash or controls. That's a bummer. It does come stock with an adjustable steering dampener, which is nice for on-the-fly adjustments. I did design and print a sun visor for this model, which you can see pictured now. I will include a link in the description if you'd like to purchase one. I have other sunshades and accessories available for other motorcycles on there as well. Let's turn on the key and see what this dash looks like. It's got a short little load up screen. This is theme 1 on the dash, which will be the most common one used. Shows everything you need, plus your tire pressure and tire temperature. RPMs are up top. Let's scroll through the settings. You have maintenance, traction control, ESS, quick shifter, and upshift alerts. The ESS stands for emergency stop signal. When activated, that will allow your turn signals to come on and warn drivers behind you. Everything's controlled by the left handlebar switch. The display is not touchscreen. Now you can connect to the CFMoto Ride app. That will allow you to make calls and listen to music. If we go to theme 2, this is for racing or at least track days. You can start and keep track of your lap times just with the back button on the left handlebar switch. There's more settings and information, including multiple trips. You can update the motorcycle right through the CFMoto Ride app. That way you don't have to take it back to a dealer to do that. So in the middle right hand side, there's the traction control modes. There's mode 1, mode 2, and off. There is a button on the left handlebar switch here, which will either let you switch through the modes, or if you hold that down, you can turn traction control off. Otherwise, you can go into the settings and turn it off manually that way. If you look under my sun visor, there is a USB outlet there. It has USB-C and regular USB. Let's fire it up, see how it sounds. I think it sounds pretty good. I definitely think the bike is very smooth overall. There's some minor quirks, but nothing major. I mean, I definitely think it's a great bike, especially for the price point. These are $7,999 MSRP. No problem seeing clearly out of the mirrors. The dash does have a ton of information on it, but once you're riding and once you understand where everything's at, it's really visible. Everything's easy to see, including your speed. Alright, let's make a left and go up this steep hill. It's much more steep in person than it is in this video here. I love to just hammer up this hill. Oh crap, there's a popo at the top of the hill. Let's behave for a second. Thank goodness I didn't really hammer it. Haha, that would have been a terrible way to start this video. It must be the time of the year, but everywhere I've been going, I see white police lines. That's not good for bikes like this one, man. This thing just wants to go, and it's easy to go fast. Alright, let's get a little highway action for you guys. Let's see how smooth it is up to highway speeds. The popos have a lot of hideaways around here, especially on this highway. This is mostly state police though. I have the GoPro setting on wind, so I'm sorry if it's picking up any wind, and I definitely feel like the bike is much louder in person than it is in video. One thing I did wish this bike had was cruise control. Especially if you're going to go on longer rides. I feel like it just really helps on highways. It is also extremely dangerous to take your right hand off that throttle. So I guess I get why they didn't put it on there. This bike is very smooth. It doesn't even feel like we're going this quick. The power delivery on this bike is very smooth. It's not very torquey like some of the other triples that I've ridden, but there's power throughout the range, and it definitely feels like it keeps climbing as you're going up the red line. Our exit's coming up, so we should probably get around this truck or slow down and stay here. Make your move. Yeah, I'm not a fan of being around trucks at all. I will say the suspension is very good on this bike. Some of the first gen CFMotos a couple years ago, the suspension was very soft. This one feels up on par with everything else. I feel like you're getting a much better shock now also with the clicker adjustments. Some of the older ones didn't even have that option. All you had was just your spring preload nut. These J-Juan brakes, man, they keep impressing me. They definitely impressed me on some of the other models as well. One thing I did notice while riding this thing is, if you want to put a foam mount on here, I think you may only have one option, and that is on the left handlebar switch, where a gear normally would go. There's a little plug. Possibly can see it on the left handlebar switch. It's in the camera view now. Now let's go. These bars and triple clamp are one solid piece. They look like clip-ons, but they are not. So if you bend aside, you're going to have to buy the whole top clamp and bar, it looks like. There's a couple holes in the top triple clamp, which someone may be able to come up with some kind of foam mount that can go through them. I'd print something, but not sure how strong it would need to be. These tires are actually pretty good for dry street use. I'm not sure how they would handle in the rain or for track use. Sizes are 120/70/17 on the front and 180/55/17 on the rear, so you will have a ton of tire choices out there, like most sport bikes. The bike is super nimble and lightweight feeling when you're riding it. Dry weight, I said, was about 452 pounds. It definitely feels like you could throw this thing around if you wanted it to, though. I'd love to take this thing to a track day and actually see what it can do on the track. I am not sure on the top speed or if there is a shutoff or governor on this thing. It would definitely be fun in the turns, though. I definitely complained about the seats on some of the older CFMotos. They were always hard and the seat cover quality was pretty bad. They've definitely made some changes though, because the seat quality is way better on this model and the seat cover is pretty dang nice. The passenger seat's pretty lacking, but that's pretty much what it is on most sport bikes. They don't expect you to carry a passenger on this for very long, that's for sure. I'm going to switch the GoPro back to normal sound instead of on wind. It can get a little noisy in certain sections. Hopefully it gives you a little better feel for the bike though. Let's try the quick shift up this hill. I've used it before and it's pretty smooth. The quick shifter just works up. I think it's pretty dang smooth. And for what the bike costs, you can't beat it. It does have the slipper clutch, so if you do accidentally shift down, your rear wheel will not lock up if you're in too low of a gear, which is extremely beneficial for beginners. Alright, let's move on to the little quirks that are weird about this bike. Number one, the tail light and turn signal system that sticks out back there. I feel like that's going to deter some people from buying it just because of how far out it sticks there. I did look up the part number. There is a CFMoto number for a tail tidy. Now I will check availability from CFMoto on that and see if it's available in the US. It may be available in some other countries already. Same with that ride camera. I actually need to check into that a little bit more. Alright, we'll move on to another quirk. The throttle is a little bit jerky. Like I feel like it wants to stay on a little bit there when you let off the throttle. I know the 450 Ibex people have been complaining about a little bit, saying that it's jerky, and people are searching for options on how to smooth them out. This one does feel a lot better than all the other models though. I could definitely live with this model though. It's really not that big of an issue. Another, probably the third, is the least, the handlebar setup. I wish it had just normal clip-ons and some way you could mount your phone a lot better right there in the middle. I would definitely love to have a cruise control also on this model, since it comes stock on most of the other models. If I had to do a first mod to the 675SS, it would definitely be exhaust. The cat and exhaust system back there look massive, so I'm sure that would save a lot of weight and definitely make it a little louder and sound better. This thing actually does sound pretty good out of the box. I know this video doesn't do it justice. Overall on this bike, for $7,999, I give it a 2 thumbs up. I would ride this thing every day. Use it as my grocery getter or short trip bike, or even ride it to work. I think anything over an hour, I mean, the bent over position is just not for me. Even though this does feel a little bit more upright than your normal R6, Ninja, Gixxer feeling bikes do. Just a hair. Not by much, but I do feel like you feel a little bit more upright. So that's my review on the CFMoto 675SS. If you guys got any questions, please leave them down in the comments. If you guys are interested in purchasing one of the sunshades I designed for this or one of the other bikes, I will have a link in the description down below. I also have other merchandise on there. Right now I'm just using eBay until I build my own site. I will definitely have more ride and review videos in the future, especially on CFMotos. I know I'm late to the party. I still have to do a 450 IBEX video, so we'll try to take that thing off-road and put it to the test. If you do like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I definitely appreciate you guys watching and sticking around this far. Thank you very much. Until next time.